Today we're going to take a look at multiplying fractions as your warm-up. And after you copy down these examples and take a look at them, uh, then you pause the video at any point, but then you're going to work off of Canvas on the warm-up activity where there's a couple of multiple choice questions. So watch these videos first and see how we go about multiplying fractions. Multiplying fractions is actually the easiest, I think, of the fraction operations because simply it's multiplying the tops and multiplying the bottoms. There are times where you can look to cancel things, and we'll talk about that as well. But for this particular problem, if you multiply the tops, 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 9 is 45, then you would look to see what goes into both 6 and 45. You may find that after looking for a while that 3 goes into both, to give you an answer of 6 divided by 3 or 2 on the top and 45 divided by 3 or 15 on the bottom. I think there's an easier way to do it, and that is to look for things in the top that can cancel with things in the bottom. For example, if we look at this 3 and this 9, you can divide a 3 into both of those numbers. So 3 divided by 3 becomes a 1. And 9 divided by 3 becomes a 3. So now we're left with 1 times 2, or 2, 5 times 3, or 15, and the problem's already simplified for you. Let's see what happens in our next problem. Here again, we could multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms to get 220 over 275, but I think cross-canceling would serve us better. So is there anything that with the 11 in the bottom that could cancel with a top? And both 11 and 22 can both be divided by 11, so the 11 becomes a 1, since 11 divided by 11 is 1. The 22 becomes a 2 because 22 divided by 11 is 2. And in the same way, we can do some canceling here because both 10 and 25 can be divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And we're now left with 2 times 2, or 4. 1 times 5, which is 5. But also, it's a positive number times a negative number. So this entire answer is negative 4/5. And the last type of problem we'll look at is multiplying two mixed numbers. Well, in this case, you want to change both of those so they look like the problems above. So we have to change 1 1/2 to an improper fraction and 1 1/3. To do that, you'll take 2 times 1 plus 1 to make it 3/2, and 3 times 1 plus 1 to make that 4/3. Look to see where you can cross cancel. 2 and 4 can, both divided by 2. 3 and 3 can, both divided by 3. So our final answer for this problem is 2 over 1, or just 2.